Uh, Hello, Lana. So, welcome. We are going to look at how to use the conditional formula, specifically the if statement. Yeah, and maybe if time allows, also we are going to look at the function for the count if. Yeah, just to enable us understand maybe how many people scored a particular grade. Now, maybe for us to fulfill the requirements of the conditional formula, I have with me some kind of criteria. And as you can see, this particular Excel worksheet is based on the student marks. Yeah. So our aim here is actually to get the grades, yeah, for the students based on the average, right? So we are going to if maybe we're going to have a criteria such that if maybe those who scored above 70, maybe we assign them a grade of A, and maybe those who got a grade of 60 and above, we can assign them a B. And I think that's what I was trying to clarify. So with this kind of criteria, like if the students score above 70, they are going to be awarded A. So you can say there's some kind of if statement. Yeah, if they scored between 60 and 70, we award B. If they scored between 50 and maybe if they scored between 40 and 50, award an A. Otherwise, if they scored less than 40, they fail. So this is going to be our criteria that we're going to use for the conditional formula, the if statement, right? So it's somehow a long one. I will share with you within the description so that maybe you can get it right. Yeah. So it might take time to actually enter, but once you are familiar with it, it will be very, very fast. Very good. So our cell reference here is going to be J2, right? This is where we are going to position our cursor. And of course, we are going to use the cell I3 to get our if statement, right? So of course, we are going to start with the equal sign, yeah, and then activate the if statement, right? So you can see it appears there, right? So the first sort of criteria is actually to select, yeah, the cell that we want to use, of which is that. Of course, we are going to look at if that particular score is greater than 70. Yeah, as you know, we said you're going to award, so you have to have quotes there. You're going to award an A, right? So you close the quotes, and of course we have a comma, and so that is it. Yeah. So the next thing is also to activate another if statement, right? Yeah. So the other if statement is going to handle the value of B. So again, we go back, and so this time maybe I'll just I'll just type it. Yeah. Cell I3, that's what you're dealing with, right? So this time we are looking at greater than 60, right? We award what? Let's say those who get, right. So you need to be very, very careful, because if you don't really have the right parameters, then you'll have an error. Yeah, so you can say I have my if statement, right? And of course, the last part is just to tap on the enter key. Yeah, so I'll just tap on the enter key. Right, so my first grade here is C, and of course I'll have to use the autofill handle, yeah, just to replicate the grade to the rest of the students. Yeah, so up to the last one. Fantastic. So you can see we have our grades based on the if statement. Yeah. So the criteria that you applied actually has worked. Very good. So maybe very, very fast, if we want to, for instance, find or count the number of fails that we have, right? So let's say let's just type number of fails, right? So we are going to use the count if. Yeah, we are going to use the count we're going to use the count if formula. So ensure that you pick the right formula. So count if. So we're going to count based on column J, right? So click on this particular button. Then I will just have to highlight, the grade column up to the last grade. There it is, right? So we want to get fail, so just add a comma there, and of course the fail, right? Just type the fail, right? And that is it. So if you click on OK, so it's going to automatically it's going to automatically give you the number of fails. So if you happen to count maybe manually, I can see we have actually 4 fails. So that's how we can apply the count if, right? You can also use other formulas, such as the maximum. Like maybe you can decide to check on the maximum average. So you can always use the maximum and so on. But today we just wanted to actually understand how to use the conditional formula, of which I've shared it within the description. So have a look at it. And of course, I've also shown you how to use the count. You can also go ahead and count the number of people who had B and C.